hope to God we're recording right now because I don't know how to do any of this crap. And that's why I've hired the new guy that's going to be joining us tonight. I go through host like X-Lex through a widow woman, and I'm going through another one. Only me and this guy have had about a 5-year relationship. We've done podcasts on his show. We ain't got cookies. We don't have cookies. We don't like cookies. We throw cookies up. I can't remember what the name of the show is, but I've been doing them for 5 years. And by popular demand, popular vote, the popular vote matters here at the Bolin Alley. I'm introducing my new co-host, Jason Marshall, all the way up in Dayton, Ohio.
How's it going, everybody?
You're fired.
You can't fire me. I quit 2 days ago.
You quit 2 days ago. Well, that would certainly be a record for someone to actually quit 2 days before they got hired. We are awaiting the arrival. Prince just sneezed in his chair back there in the back. Mm-hmm. He was doing the show. Two Cow has been so excited to do a show. Every time we get up here and do anything, watch a video, do some paperwork, what have you, process an order. Yeah, right. Two Cow thinks we're doing a show when he gets up here and he's ready to do a show. So practically the minute the cameras roll and we're ready to do a show, he leaves. He's in my chair, which he likes as well. So like I said, we're waiting on the Prince. I don't know what we're not waiting on him. We're just going to start the show. And whenever he walks in, we'll just throw him like chum in the water and let the sharks feast. All right, let's see if you can keep this job or not, jackass. What do you got?
Well, tonight's the first ever 25th anniversary of Raw. That's why it's the 25th anniversary.
As a matter of fact, I've been sending out clips all day of my appearance on Raw. It wasn't 25 years, or was it? 2000, so about 18 years ago when I was on Monday Night Raw, and there's a few clips floating around, and I'm thinking of firing you right now anyway. Your living room's a lot more neatly done than mine.
I'm thinking about firing me after fucking up talking about the 25th anniversary of Raw. I don't think that could have went worse.
Well, all right.
So I have a question. We have done many shows with you. This is the first show I've ever done with you where you had a camera. Your poor ass had to get one for Christmas. Is this where you usually record the shows? Because we've never seen the background before. Is that what you said?
Yeah, this is it.
Wow, it's so weird to see that we've been doing these shows for years. I always thought you were homeless. Wow.
If his wife had her choice. You try to kill him once, didn't we talk about that on another?
Where is she anyway? Are you sure the kids are safe?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
I've never seen her. I think his wife is the ghost that we talked about on a show here a while back. Or was it a show?
Yeah, that was on the tail end of a show. That was on the YouTube. That was on the YouTube version. It got cut out of the podcast, but it was on YouTube.
Sure you're not married to the ghost?
I might be.
Yeah, it could be.
For all we know, he could be married to Renee Bayer. So we better watch what we say.
I can't get over. He's obviously married, or he's got a maid or something. The house just looks immaculate.
Have you ever considered that men clean too? You know, like hygiene is not a feminine thing anymore.
When I say hygiene, I'm normally talking to Mr. Okerlund. Mean Gene Okerlund. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, now if you look behind him, you'll see that he's telling the truth.
Now you see why we've been off for a few months. I had a cleaning lady that was supposed to come Saturday, and I canceled her. And then she was going to come Sunday.
The ghost is there.
The ghost. I see the ghost. Boo.
Was that your cousin?
Yeah.
Cousin Don Knotts there. Do you have topics lined up? And the 25th anniversary should be some fun tonight. My old buddy Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to be there tonight. My old new enemy Jerry the King Lawler is going to be there tonight. Yeah, piece of. And Jim Ross, who just left Podcast One, freed up a few more views for us. He left. Chris Jericho left. What's going on over at Podcast One? What's with the mass exodus there? And you know what it is? When I went to Who Slamming Who, I ran them all off. Now that I'm on Podcast One, they're starting to say, hey, wait a minute. This podcasting thing we thought was easy.
So are you going to tell them the story about Jerry the Lawler? Jerry the
Lawler?
Jerry the Lawler.
Yeah, we don't even call him King around here. Jerry the Lawler. Whatever the hell
Lawler has become my favorite insult. So
we'll get into that when the Prince gets here.
That's true. We should wait for him.
Well, we haven't. You see, well, he's 21 minutes late. Actually, 31 minutes late. He called me at 10 till to tell me that you all were coming. and that he was going to shave.
I didn't know you were going to do a show. I was still asleep, and then I checked my
I told
messenger.
you yesterday we were doing a show.
You know I don't listen to you.
Well, maybe you should start, and you would have been here on time.
I was here on time.
With your piece of shit husband. Oh, I'm sorry, my son. And you were technically here on time. I think at 8:09 Maya time. So Maya was.
That is like extremely early. That
is early.
I'm Brazilian. I'm usually like 5 hours late. So you should be very grateful, Kenny.
But we, yeah. So we thought for the premiere that all three of us should do the show, or at least we thought that 30 minutes ago. But one of us is missing, and Two Cow's not in the mood to take his place tonight. But Two Cow, come here. Come here.
Did you just call him Cucow?
Cucow.
The
Come here,
Cucow clan.
Well, there he is. Well, you know what? You had his seat. This is the Two Cow seat. This is the one.
Well, forgive me.
Are you ready? Are you ready to do a show, Two Cow? Hi, Two Cow. Are you ready? Because Chrissy. Uh-oh.
Can you say I love you? I love you. I love you.
For those of you out there that maybe used to listen to the Joe Cronin show, did you hear all three syllables? He unplugged somebody.
He's a very good trained dog.
Yeah.
And speaking of good trained dog,
not well trained at all. Obviously, 20. Are
we actually doing a show now?
Well, we've been doing one. You're 23 minutes late.
Jason, I've never worked with you. You have to get used to this. I don't show up on time if I ever show up.
I was kind of expecting that just dealing with Kenny. I figured it would probably start around 9 or 10.
Hey, I contacted you at 7 o'clock, ready to do a show an hour early for a change.
You did. You did. That's right. For some reason, I didn't get a damn message either. That's weird.
All right. Yeah, you can. That mic don't go far, by the way, much like some of your relatives. And Chris, remember the camera's there, and as much as you hate to, you're going to have to start looking into it.
I can't stand looking into the camera.
We'll pull the microphone back.
Look, this would have been just fine had you just showed up on time, you know?
Yeah, had you.
You know I'm not doing that.
Okay, no.
It's a miracle I showed up at all.
See,
is this a Bolin Alley or the Jerry Springer show?
Now, Chris, I'm telling you, if you move the mic further to the left, which I know you don't mind, and then you can spin it with the little clip thing. You know that clip thing? I taught you what that's for.
I taught you how that works.
Oh, you did? Okay. I had those things for like 5 years before I knew what they did.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, there you go.
Better?
Well,
I'm partly visible, I guess.
Partly.
So what are we talking about on the show today?
I don't know. I fired douchebag here the minute I introduced.
Can you finish a thought?
Can you begin one?
I've been here. I've been thinking. Thoughts have been finished.
I said I fired him right at the beginning of the show, and he said, "You can't fire me. I quit 2 days ago." So what do we have topic wise? But I'm actually looking forward to the 25-year reunion show tonight. It shouldn't totally suck for a change.
You know it's gonna suck. You know.
No, Steve Austin's there tonight. He'll save the show.
Yeah, that whole 3 minutes they allotted for him.
Yeah, he'll get 9 minutes.
Jason, do you watch Raw?
Yeah, I do. I was actually looking forward to watching tonight, and then I realized that this show's going to start as soon as Raw starts. So,
don't you have DVR?
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God. I wouldn't thank God for anything.
Thank God your wife works hard.
I think the happiest day of Dad's life was when Vince told him he wasn't on the review show anymore.
God, it did lighten things up around.
Didn't have to watch our SmackDown anymore.
I think Kenny actually watches more than I do. If you listen to the last show, he was telling me all the stuff that happened on Raw with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, the first hour and 6 minutes was, as the Spectrum dummy says, brutal. It was brutal.
I think I have seen maybe one episode of Raw in the last 3 or 4 years.
The first hour and 6 minutes of last week's Raw was literally, I can say that, the worst Raw I had ever seen. They couldn't have done anything else the last 2 hours and 6 minutes to save it because it was that bad.
Did they flip an ambulance again, or
no?
What happened?
And an 18-wheeler.
An 18-wheeler.
You think I'm bullshitting you, but no. He flipped an 18-wheeler tractor truck. And we did learn on that show that the tractor trailers cost, the production trucks, they cost $12 million each. And Kurt Angle knew that off the top of his head. And he was concerned about the truck over the people inside of it. Kind of sounds like a president we may have.
You know, this show doesn't seem like it's really gelling well. It seems a bit off.
This is the host. It's the new host.
It could be.
Host has hardly said
You
three
know, we were
words.
doing great when Tucow was here.
Yeah,
I don't want to
Tucow
point
was
any
ho-
fingers.
T-
But
I can go back.
Tucow was hanging your slack pretty good. Are we still having chicken Alfredo tonight, or is
Yeah, we are.
because Subway's
He's
closed?
discussing our dinner plans on the show.
Yeah, we're
This
just
is very
gonna-
professional.
As a matter of fact, we may just send Chris in to do dinner.
I might go.
and
Yeah.
just
This
do
has
that.
B show written all over it.
I sent him. This is the A show because the only show they're going to get. So this is the A show.
Getting Color is going to do higher numbers in this fiasco.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
that's
Oh my God! We're all fired if that happens.
I said
I think I just popped the mic.
I said.
It's the only thing we popped.
That's the only
so
thing
far.
we popped so far.
Yeah, see, I beat you to that.
You got me. You got me there.
You let the old man outthink you. You shouldn't do that.
All
so,
right.
well,
So what do we have that's non-wrestling? Because wrestling's stupid.
wrestling. What is this episode of The Simpsons? Wrestling stupid. I can't even do
You
that. elaborate.
cannot do
I can't-
Nelson Muntz whatsoever. You guys need diapers. He doesn't even know the reference. You can't do Simpsons references if you don't know Ralph
She
Wiggum.
loves Ralph
please.
Wiggum.
Well, you see, I grew up at like 13 and started supporting the family, and no, I don't know a whole lot about the Simpsons.
You watch the Looney Tunes every day. Tell me again when you grew up.
Yeah, you did just bitch about how you TiVoed Tom and Jerry and it was too new to be enjoyable. So
Enjoyable.
we had that conversation last
but
night.
everyone in the house agreed. I mean,
Oh no, it sucked. It
Yeah.
definitely sucked. I'm right
but
there
the
with you.
minute that you noticed it was in stereo, that it was gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, of course.
And there we go. I can't remember if I can cuss on my own show or not. I used to be able to, and then I noticed they started bleeping me. Now, do you know how to send this thing to Jeff Lame?
I'm assuming I just send a link to him in the email.
That's what I do. That sounds like a start.
Okay.
And,
We could be on a lost episode of the
we
Bolin
could be
Alley.
the very first last and lost episode of season 14. We'll just go right into season 15.
So let's
start over.
let's just to make this somewhat interesting, because dear God knows it hasn't been so far. What's the newest controversy on you and the best friend?
Yeah, I noticed you got his DVD up there in the corner.
Let me fix that. I didn't realize it was set in that way. We were back together for 12 days. I've had third grade relationships that lasted longer and were more steady and more controllable. He called me when I called him to let him know that my mother had passed away. That's one, I would say that's the reason we've been off so long, but that's only part of the reason. Jeff Lane canceled me without me knowing it. Russo defends him, says that's not the case. But he and I got into a bit of an argument over politics. They don't do that on that show. I said, well, when I'm on, we do. So that they got real heated. Some names were called. It was mainly me doing the name calling. And then I found out that the season 13 finale of the Bolin Alley was coming up, and then we'd already recorded it. It was a 2-part episode we did with Conan.
That's a good show.
I said, well, okay. I didn't realize this was the end of it, because I normally start the new seasons parallel to television new seasons and or on our birthday, just whatever I feel like. And
or whenever we arbitrarily get a new host.
Yeah, or that. So they canceled my show early, even though they said that I wasn't canceled. And Jeff Lane had stepped down from being host, ironically, right after we had the argument. And then the ratings came in, and they decided that I might be a nice addition to keep around. And so here we are. They told me I could get my own host, even though I was originally told I couldn't, that Vince would have to pick my host. So had to flex the old mighty bicep there and stranglehold a few people. And of course, just like the Republicans, I got everything I wanted. Yeah, right. If you're following that shit.
Is the shutdown still going on?
No, it's all over. A bunch of candy ass Democrats caved in.
You know, I was hoping that it would stay shut down until the next election.
Well, supposedly it costs taxpayers like $1 billion a day when the government shuts down. How could that be? We should be saving money because we shouldn't be paying many of those assholes. Here we go getting political. We shouldn't be. And there's Chris too over here. And Russo has named Tucow Chris, by the way.
Hey, buddy.
And Tucow's quite insulted.
I personally think that we should have left that damn thing shut down for all of eternity. We don't need a federal government. It's a failed experiment.
Well, I mean, this shit really changed when the government shuts down.
No, it doesn't.
Does anyone notice any different? Do the planes fly backwards when that happens? I mean,
immigrants notice a difference. There's lots of differences. They're just not really differences to the mediocre middle-class white American.
Make me king of the world, and I'll let them stay. I got no
now
problem with them
that
being
I
here.
agree with.
And what's that saying on the Statue of Liberty? Bring me your poor, your
the great Colossus. Give me your tired, your weak, your poor, your huddled masses.
Bring me your uneducated, your jobless.
No. Let's keep those out.
Oh,
Let's keep those out.
Okay, well, I thought we wanted those.
Send off the uneducated.
I thought we were going to educate them and get them a job.
Are you going to educate them?
I'll educate them.
I've always said that
every we'll sit down and watch Popeye.
I've always said that every year we should have a lottery to where 1 million get in.
We do have a lottery.
No. It's a different lottery.
Oh, different lottery.
1 million come in. 1,000,001 get booted. Don't care where you go. You can't stay here.
Yeah.
You're out.
That's something like a sign. I don't care where you go. You just can't stay here.
Yeah. You don't have to go home. You can't stay here.
So you got to earn your keeps is what you say.
No. Totally random. Totally random.
Oh, a random million
I don't
go.
agree with that.
Well,
random million. Could be the president.
Well,
it's just like the student exchange program. You even get to live in their house and everything. Everybody just swaps roles.
Yeah, just gone.
Yeah,
Actually, I think we should have a test, and it should be the only question on the test is you get 3 days of what's it called?
Bereavement. Yeah.
Bereavement.
And
how many days are you taking?
How many days are you taking? Let's put Marshall through that.
Marshall, how many days are you taking? 3 days.
If you get
how many days are you taking?
Assuming you'd ever worked, you get 3 days of bereavement.
Those are pretty nice.
I'd say 5.
Work.
And if you're offered 3, paid in full, how many days would you take?
5.
5.
That's
a good American right there.
That's what I would do.
That's a good white American right
that's
there.
What
work. Screw that.
That's what a Bolin would do. But
I called into work late once. I showed up the next day around noon. I went in, I swiped my badge. I was surprised it worked, and I went to my desk and got to it.
I think he is an honorary Bolin. I've done that.
Wow. I have tears in my eyes.
Well, you've already proven whatever your intelligence level is, you're smarter than a Ryzen.
And whoever is not smart enough to take off at least 3 days.
At least 3.
Out.
Yeah. Get. That's GIT, by the way. I noticed on my merchandise.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it? Did I write it?
You wrote it correctly.
Oh, I'm
GET.
sorry. I'm not Kentucky enough. Get.
You're not get.
It sounds like a squealing.
As a matter of fact, my former brother, he might be my current brother now. I don't know. I hadn't heard from him since the day after Mom died. So maybe he heard something bad about Trump that I'd said, and he's back on my shit list again. I don't know. But he wanted Kentucky's sign to say, "Welcome to the state of Kentucky." Now get. I was kind of for that.
Yeah, it kind of sums up the place a little bit, you know. Man, this show sucks.
And that was as you enter Tennessee. Well, see, you're just Jimmy Cornette in the show is all you're doing. See, you're just becoming your stepdad. The more you say that,
did you marry him?
Oh, God damn it, I think I did. He and I were in Vegas.
I was about to say, is there a loss we can
one night at band camp?
You killed Maya. She's dead. It's over.
Yeah, one night at band camp.
That almost went wrong.
I think
you
Maya,
almost lost the microphone
I
there.
think Maya just spit her shit all over everything over here.
So yeah,
your stepdad. I'm sorry. What is he to you?
My godfather.
Yeah.
Or former godfather. I don't know.
And they say I'm losing my mind. Fuck them.
I apparently still have heat with him over this whole Reddit AMA
yeah,
thing.
that heat never went away. Two Cow taking the 4 spot over here. He's just taking whatever seat he wants. Well, he's worried Maya's going to spit all over him, and he's just too clean for that.
Very clean Labrador.
Too clean, Two Cow.
I don't know if you remember this. We were doing a show, Jason, here a few months ago. We were talking about Goldilocks and the 3 drug dealers.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do that show here. That was on his pathetic
That
show.
was his pathetic show.
Yeah.
We don't have cookies.
Our show's about to be a lot more pathetic. I can feel it.
But I don't know if you
look
remember.
what the common denominator is.
I wrote you and I told you that I was listening to the show again and I was laughing so hard at his stupid shit that I had taken a drink and I was about to spit it out. And I was terrified of spitting it out on his desk. So I turned around and I was going to spit it on
Yeah,
Cow.
yeah. Poor Cow. Cow's learning his lesson.
No wonder you're hanging out with me, huh?
Cow wants to hang by the guy that ain't going to spit
you missed
on
him
him.
talking into the microphone, Chris.
Yeah, he did. He opened the show. He did a mic test and everything. 3 syllables.
Cow, you're welcome to stay here. It's fine.
Look at he knows what the mic is. I mean, he's not.
Can you
stupid.
believe this dog when he was 4 months old, itty bitty cute?
Itty bitty.
He was on the market for 6 weeks and nobody wanted to come get him.
Yep.
And now
As a matter of fact, the famous lady in Louisville, Angie Fenton, y'all don't know this yet, but Angie Fenton and I had a long chat the other day. She got married here a while back. She wants to meet us for dinner because she thinks we're such good people. And
what does she know?
And she's an animal lover. Obviously, she don't know much.
We're fine.
But she wants to have dinner with us in February. She's one of the big shots of Channel 11 News.
All right.
And,
no Golden Corral.
And loves it. Well, I offered her Golden Corral and she kind of snickered at it.
Yeah, as well she
said, well, we can eat anywhere.
Yeah,
I said, well, I said, we can eat free at Golden Corral. And
I'd rather pay double.
Right, I'm going to write her back and let her know that I've been outvoted on Golden Corral.
Have you ever been to Golden Corral, Jason?
I have.
I'm so sorry.
Was it for breakfast?
No, it was for lunch.
Yeah,
I was driving through to West Virginia.
How many steaks did you eat? You probably went for lunch and didn't get any steak.
She's been going to Catholic church with me. So
I'm learning. Yeah.
She's been what? With who? With where?
She's been going to Catholic church with me, so now she's doing the sign of the cross.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, that's who you're all going to.
I don't have it all figured out, but I understand when you're trying to gild somebody, you make certain signs.
Jason,
that's kind of what it's all
hang
about.
On, stop. Are you Catholic by any chance?
No.
He's like me.
I'm atheist.
Atheist.
Well, I went to Catholic church all through my youth, and I've recently been going back with Maya. And when I was young, we would say
hostage,
and also with you.
She beats him.
Peace be with you, and also with you.
Peace
Shut
be with
the
you,
fuck
and also
up,
with you.
Blasphemous ass.
And now they say peace be with you, and also with your spirit, and with your spirit. It's weird. I don't know where that came from.
I went to a Catholic funeral once, and they kept saying things like that.
Yeah,
and at the time I was like 8 years old and I thought it was cool as fuck. And I kept telling my mom and dad, like, man, this is badass. I really like this peace be with you shit. And they weren't having it. Maybe I should have phrased it differently. I don't know.
The Catholic Church is it's an interesting thing. It's very beautiful. And I saw the priest that I grew up with. His name's Father Vore. He's a really great man. I enjoy talking to him. He knew my grandparents very well. He's 92 years old now. I can't believe that.
Wow.
Yeah, still going through, still does the full mass, still kneels and gets up more than he can do.
Praise a lot.
Well, he is a priest, so yeah. That's
goes to say the Catholic Church is so modern.
Well, I've just seen so many that the prayers don't work for. I'm just glad somebody's getting some benefit out of it.
Hey, if you ever see my Aunt Lois, that woman is a testament to Catholicism. How old is Lois now?
80.
I can't even say Catholicism.
She's 85, doesn't look a day older than 60, and that's a shoot.
She's like a genuinely beautiful woman.
Yeah, like,
in her fucking 80s. That sounds like a pervert.
Have you seen that beautiful profile picture floating around of me that's on the internet right now? That I was motivated to take after running into Anna Woody. All 59 years of her at the Golden Corral.
Jason, you want a good story? Forget about Renee Bear. Forget about her. We're over her.
The ratings might actually go up now.
Anna fucking Woody.
Are we supposed to cuss on this? I don't know.
I don't really think we're supposed to.
I don't want Jeff Lane to have to work.
You tell me this now.
But I was told that being as this is YouTube only, that we can cuss on here. This is my show. Yeah, leave the language in.
I tried to find Renee Bear. I don't know if she blocked me after our podcast or what, but maybe she just deleted her account. But I've been trying to find her for a long time.
Oh, Renee Bear, yeah.
I even set up a second account just in case she did block me. I could see her on another account. She wasn't there.
Oh, that's called stalking.
Yeah,
it's happened to me.
I wanted to bring you guys back together.
Oh, well,
the reunion.
So there was good in your heart.
So I have recently discovered a type of music, if you could call it that, called vaporwave, which Maya has taken to calling vapor rub, and that's
here. Hand me the bottle there.
That hurts. That's offensive.
It's like this '90s trance music. I don't get it.
I use it.
Yeah, it's very. It's this. I don't even know how to explain vaporwave.
It's like slowed down music, and it's supposed to sound like nostalgic
with advertising jingles, and it's a strange thing.
It sounds like the music of LSD, but not from the '70s, from the '90s, from like those people that are still on a trip in the '90s.
It sounds like if you're tripping in an elevator at a Kmart in 1994.
Where did y'all hear this at?
He always looks it up. He just goes to YouTube and looks up vaporwave.
I don't look up vaporwave.
Yeah, that figures.
Look up St. Pepsi, enjoy yourself.
Jerry Lawler used to be addicted to Afrin. Do you now have a problem with the vapor rub?
He does.
Jerry Lawler's apparently addicted to being a douchebag. So why don't we get into that shit?
Well,
sorry, Jeff.
I've been told I should let it go. But that was by
You're
Jimmy.
insane.
But that was by Jimmy Cornette.
Should you
who
let
lets
that go?
nothing go?
I was going to say that guy
who lets nothing
that
go.
guy's carrying on a death feud feud with a guy who doesn't give a shit if he lives or dies.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I told Jimmy that I was pissed at Jerry and that the promo was probably soon coming and it was going to be directed at him and there'd be blockage and all these things. And Jimmy says, you do realize that short of Jerry's funeral, he doesn't give a shit who lives or dies. He says, even on his own. And he said, but Jerry did seem broken up when I told him that you cried the night that he died, that Jerry seemed touched by that. And I said, yeah. I said, and I reached out to him when his brother died. And I reached out to him when his mother died. His father died, I believe, before I knew him, much like Cornette's. And, but my mom dies, and my mother managed Jerry Lawler on 2 shows at Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom. And
second worst manager he ever had.
I never managed him.
Mickey Poole.
Mickey finished in the top 10 of all time greatest managers, though. You weren't there for that list, apparently.
He's no Lou Piniella.
Yeah, Bill Apter loved that. So, Glenn Moore chats with me, Jerry's host, and Glenn Moore and I are chatting. And I said, hey, by the way, I said, I think Jerry's got me muted because of all the bad shit I say about Trump. I said, let Jerry know that my mother passed away and just pass that on to him, let him know. Oh, man, I was with the king over the weekend, and I told him, and he said he knew. And I just almost was just dead silent there for a minute. I said, so he already knows. He said, oh, yeah, I told him. He said, you should write the king. I said, no, I shouldn't. I said, you've told me all I need to know. He knows, and he didn't bother to take the time to contact me. I said, so it's not my job to write him. It would have been his job to write me and say, hey, sorry for your loss would have been nice. I said, but no, he's let me know what his friendship means to me. So when me and Jimmy were back together for 12 days, Christopher's stepdad, and we have a bit of a talk and told him he needed to get caught up on his child support for one.
He's way behind.
We
could have him locked up
like a mofo. We could put him away for a long time.
Just real quick, I think we need to remember when those 12 days were. And every year we celebrate it just like Hanukkah.
They weren't during Christmas.
We give each other a gift.
The 12 days of Cornette.
We get a small pro wrestling related gift.
On the first day of Cornette, that fucker said to me,
we're the real cult of Cornette. We worship him and have a holiday after his ass. That's the cult of Cornette. Fuck his show.
Yeah. But so I tell him
we start a religion dedicated.
I tell him how upset I am over the Lawler thing, and he says, man, come on, man. He says, you do realize that short of me or you dying, he's not going to reach out to us over any of our relatives.
If he reaches out to you over you dying,
he says, if I die, Lawler might say, hey, Kenny, sorry Jimmy died, and if you died, Jerry might say, hey, Jimmy, sorry Kenny died. I said, well, I sure hope he says the first one first. And
it's bullshit, though. You think that every person who wrote you actually sat at their desk and cried? It's just polite to say that.
Yeah.
Just polite, and it's caring to let your friends know, to acknowledge it. You don't have to feel it in order to comply with social norms.
Especially when I've considered him a close and dear friend for over 43 years now. I mean, it ain't like I just met him in a back alley. Well, I did meet him in a back alley, but 6 weeks ago. It was 43 years ago I met him in a back alley, Jerry. You want me to tell that story? I don't think you do.
So back to the Jimmy controversy. That's
damn, my asshole hurts.
43 years later.
How old were you? 15, 16? Bit old for him, don't you think?
14. Now, I don't want to take it down the alley. Wait a minute, already did. Maybe that's why this is called the Bolin Alley. Maybe it has nothing to do with bowling at all.
We do have a stupid last name.
How did that come up?
I don't know. I just don't like the name.
So you wanted to be Bad Moon Christopher B. Rising?
I would have preferred Bad Moon. That would have been an all right name.
I kind of wish I was Bad Moon Rising.
When Salvatore was around, you were.
I was. Yeah, he didn't even call me Bolin. He always called me Bad Moon Rising. Salvatore Sincere, for those that don't remember.
Tom Brandy.
Not Tom Brady. A whole other guy. Tom Brandy. And I'm leaning on my fingers so much down here that my fingers are hurting. I'm not comfortable. I'm not. Maybe I should order 3 recliners to sit over here for now, and it'll be a touch snug.
Three recliners for his ass. How
those
4 acres feeling over there? No.
I think some other people are going to be fired tonight. I really do.
You can't fire me.
The guy coffee rule has absolutely no fucking effect on this end of the show.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm very sorry. Bleep.
Now, my hosts are supposed to have questions for me lined up. Did you not do any homework at all? Are you just
We
going to
have
let
barely
us?
let him talk. So.
Are you just going to let us carry this damn show, or have you actually done anything to earn your position here?
I
You
think that's
don't
where
really
most of the hosts have
do
fucked up, is trying to take
trying to
control
talk.
of this show.
Was he speaking?
Yes, he was speaking.
Oh,
We
oh.
both interrupted him. I'm sorry, Jason. You're not
yeah.
worth much, but you're worth a little. So go ahead.
You're worth a little.
I was saying that's where I think most of your hosts have fucked up from a listener's perspective. I've always listened to your podcast, and I think they've always tried to take control of the show, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You're
sitting
just
back.
trying to get
I'm
past
here when you need me, and that's about it.
You're just trying to make it to week 3 so you're not tied with the other 2 jackoffs. Okay.
I'm like an Uber driver. I'm going to get you to where you need to go. If you want to talk, I'll talk to you. Other than that, you can just sit back and do it yourself.
That's not a bad description. I like that.
All right, I got something that we can bring up. At least 2 of us or 3 of us.
Well, we was going to ask him if he had anything.
We just said that he doesn't.
Oh.
Well,
So
I would like to get John Cena Sr.
Hold that
on.
mug up again. Hold that mug up. Show me that mug.
Terminus.
Are they a sponsor?
No, it's Walking Dead. It's the it's
that
the cannibal-
barbecue.
It's the cannibals.
My high school mug.
It's broken. But
It's
Hold on,
broken.
honey.
How
Well,
did you break
I
that?
threw it at Chris. And well, the other one, I guess, is it down there? Where's the bowling?
Our lovely sponsor, Dippin' Donuts.
Yeah, no, they're an actual sponsor. They actually
Best
deserve
donuts
a plug.
ever. Everybody
Best,
go to
very
Rome,
good
New
donuts.
York, and order those huge fat ass donuts. They're
Everybody,
so good.
I don't give a fuck if you're sunbathing in California. Get on your moped and get your ass to Rome, New York.
Take your
and get you
Honda
some-
Spree all the way to Rome, New York.
Yeah, if you're
Get on your Tao.
if you're
125.
Chris Doyle down in Perth, Australia, you didn't think I knew the city, did you? Down in Perth, Australia, get on your sailboat and just guide your way north. You'll hit New York eventually and get you some Dippin'
He's
Donuts.
sitting so still. I don't know if the image is frozen. It's kind of disturbing.
Paul RJ on the other side of Australia.
That's how I
Would
always
he
feel
do
about
the
white
same
people.
thing?
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question that's somewhat related to something. Who's winning the Rumble?
Who's in it?
Everybody.
It won't be Shinsuke or Asuka because those would be obvious choices. Even though Asuka probably should win.
I
it.
got Rousey winning the women's. I think she's going to debut and win.
I
That
think
means-
they've
That means somebody's going to eliminate Asuka.
I think they've screwed up Shinsuke so much. I don't think it's obvious if he does win.
Well, at least it won't be a fucking tag match for a change. Those tag matches.
It's going to be a
suck.
tag team match, player.
Tag team. And maybe is Teddy Long going to win it? Is Teddy in it?
Bring him back.
Yeah, I'd vote for that if Teddy to win the thing there.
Is the Pidgey still in?
No, he got fired.
He got fired?
Who got fired?
the
Ellsworth.
Pidgey? Ellsworth?
How did Ellsworth get fired?
I don't know. He wasn't drawing any money.
That never stopped them from hiring
That's
him in the
never
first place.
stopped him. I thought so. I thought they loved him there. I didn't know he got released.
Yeah, he got released.
I just
6
noticed
months
one day he wasn't there, so I figured he got hurt doing nothing. And his ass got a pimple on it that couldn't be cured.
Kevin Nash. Just
What
take
I
that
assumed.
step. Blow out your clock.
So he got fired?
Yeah, like 6 months ago.
Well, you know what? I think I sent him a friend request today out of pity.
Well,
I hadn't seen him in so long.
He
Well, that
follows me on Twitter.
And Jerry Lawler had him on his show not long ago.
he had James Ellsworth on the show.
He sure did.
Damn.
Well, I think he may have had them all on when Ellsworth still had a job. But no, I did not know he got released. That tells you how closely I follow the product.
I hope he shows up in the Rumble just as a surprise. I think it would be fun.
Why not? Have him win it.
I heard he might show up in the
Somebody made a
women's
mistake.
rumble.
He might show up in what? The women's Rumble?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, he'll go out first one if he does that. He better stick to the so-called men. Are we hearing any more on Roman Reigns and the big giant steroid controversy?
I think they're going to try to keep that as quiet as they can.
Well, it's
until
too
it's
late.
charged.
If I know about it, you know it's out.
When are they going to get the fuck over these fucking steroids? Seriously.
Probably when the federal government tells them
Russo
they
and
can't.
I had that talk on the last show. Like, who gives a shit? It's a fucking phony business. Who
Yeah,
gives a
that's how I
goddamn-
look at it. It's not like it's an actual.
You know, no
goddamn
one says
sport.
shit to Bruce Willis for taking steroids so he can get another part in Die Hard 9.
Or the entire cast of the Expendables.
Yeah, that would be about goddamn
Those
cast,
guys,
wouldn't it?
those guys got nothing to revive Balco. Dear
Yeah,
God.
Jeff Lane. I hope that it's okay to have foul language on YouTube because if not,
I'm sorry, Jeff.
they're going to be working overtime.
Well, I know that sometimes it can mess up your advertising revenue, so they might want to.
Oh, well, I get a dime of it. I got to sell this pretty face to make any goddamn money.
And now
Oh,
you see
thank
why we're
you.
broke.
Yeah, I'm broke.
Oh, man, this show sucks.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about trying to get John
Talking
Cena Sr. on here once.
I got a sore subject here, a little bit of a sore spot. Anybody want to talk about that 18-year-old you fucked?
Believe me, I was there. That 18-year-old fucked us.
Us? If you were there,
Me and Sarah.
I am
You,
not
your
happy.
stepdad,
I'm
and
not-
Kenny.
God
Me and
damn.
Sarah got the worst of that deal.
You're my stepdaughter too.
Me and Sarah got the worst end of that deal. Okay, so just to cover these
You
bases.
might want to talk a little more.
I am. I'm going.
I was in bed with my dad, and me and Sarah got the worst end of that deal.
All right. So when I
He
was
turned that little Indian loose on us.
just
Oh,
just so I
getting
can-
racist quick.
It's
she
like-
was technically small and
She,
Indian. I
and she
guess,
was
so-
Indian. I mean,
Yeah.
goddamn.
No, she wasn't. She was American. She
Uh,
was adopted.
But she was adopted from India.
She was adopted from
She's
India.
not Indian. She wasn't raised in India.
She was born. In
She was
India.
born in Hindu.
That's not a place.
Place
Although the,
should be.
Oh, the ghost is back.
I'd move
Oh.
there. I'd move.
I thought that was a dog coming down. I got
Ghost.
excited for a minute.
Ghost.
Like, what kind of dog does Jason have?
He
It's
doesn't
like,
have
oh,
a dog. He has the coolest cat on earth, though.
No, he doesn't. We do.
No, I'm telling you. Our cat may be called Fart, but his cat is fucking
His cat
badass.
has gas. Well, my cat Sylvester was on the gas, so there you go.
You know what? For the
That would
first time
explain a lot.
ever, I'm even thinking this show sucks. I've never thought my show sucks.
When
before.
he criticizes
Maybe
himself.
we should abort this and come back tomorrow
come
and try
back tomorrow,
again.
just
Yeah.
try to make this the entire show, the lights out bowling.
Yeah, like
We're gonna throw it out there like chum. We'll throw it out there, see what sharks like it.
I think that it'll fuck us over if we throw this out there. This is not a good show. This is not.
Are
this
you
is-
blaming Jason?
No. I mean,
No, because he ain't really doing anything.
no, it's not. It's not his fault.
Kind of hard to
It's
blame Ellsworth there.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything.
Not on James back
Yeah,
then. No, it's not
okay.
on him. This is just a bad show.
Yeah,
You know,
who-
I think none of us are feeling it tonight. I know I'm hungry. I think Maya might be hungry.
I'm
you
not.
guys warm?
I'm not hungry.
little warm.
You know what I had? Oh my God! I have to tell you guys.
Can you turn the heat off? I think you left the heat on.
Yeah, go look.
I am burning.
It's like 63
Jason,
in there. I
I'm
think.
calling it now. The show's aborted. We're gonna try again tomorrow night.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
You
no, this is
shit.
aborted.
No, we're
Yes,
not.
it's
No,
aborted.
no.
It is
We're airing it.
It is aborted like KBL.
We are
should have
airing
been.
it. You have no say. Your name ain't even Bo. Uh-oh.
It's over.
Hey,
Kill it.
No, we're not killing shit. Now go turn the
This
goddamn
isn't
heat
Go
on.
turn the heat on.
This will air.
Go turn it off. Not
Because
on.
your ignorance is what hurt this show.
Oh, two cow.
You
Two cow
came here
chiming
and-
in right when we need him.
Yeah,
Two cow, tell
two
us.
cow trying to save the show. That's all he's doing.
If we put this on, it's gonna bury.
Two cow.
He
Hitting
just
the
beat
mic.
it with his stick. Even two cows back
Duke Cal wants
Put
it
this
to
show
be-
on, it's gonna bury the whole thing. We
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
We need to have a show that actually makes sense, and this one doesn't.
This one doesn't make
It doesn't
Those
make
are the ones that people love.
No, they love it when
See, if you knew anything about podcasting, you'd be doing your own
It's
shows.
not about podcasting. It's his fans. Like people
Yeah.
like Andy Griffith are gonna love this. Shit.
Yeah. The people are gonna love it. I'm telling
and maybe upload it to Facebook and don't make this be a brand show because I think that the people on the brand that we're trying to win over won't get this.
you. Yeah, you don't think they'll get it?
No, personally,
Even though Russo says the fans have been begging to bring this show back.
I'm going up.
Oh my god, I'm burning. Are you bringing down the ingredients?
Most of them are already here.
Yeah, I think most of them are here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm telling you, don't upload this to the
Well.
it'll be a mistake.
Jason, what do you say?
Well, I do have to agree that if it's a new audience, I don't know if they'll get it. Your regular audience, I think they'll love
Never
it.
going to get anything that we do. We do a different show.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
Just
true.
out of curiosity, this part where we're discussing whether we should upload it, is this gonna be part of the uploaded version?
yeah.
Why, if this does get uploaded, this has to be part of it.
That's gotta
This
be
is
on
the
it.
show right here. We're trying to
Okay.
discuss whether you deserve
All
the
right.
shit
Here-
show we
here-
just
here-
put on or not.
Here we go. Let me show you how government works, folks. Here we go. I'm going to.
We're just gonna shut down.
Nope. I'm going to show you
Hmm.
exactly how government works. Chris has voted. Chris votes no upload. Maya, your vote.
I say we uploaded.
You've on the other end has done nothing.
Cookie Man?
What's your Cookie Man? What's your vote?
I'm going to be like 75% of the voters, and I'm not going to vote.
You're not going to vote.
Okay.
All right. And I say upload. So 66.6% of us say cow. Two cow. Come here. Should we upload? Two cow. Up.
Since when
There he
does
is.
66% make you and me?
We are 66.6% because he didn't vote. Had he
No.
voted,
I mean, he is still part of it. He didn't vote. So we got 50%. He got 25% with no vote. And Chris got 25% with
so
no
that
upload.
we still
So
win.
that's exactly how the government works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no, what I
more
was going to do.
importantly, this is the
No,
popular vote.
this-
It does not matter.
this
The
is what I was-
electoral vote is up to two counts.
This is what I was going to do because I didn't think she would vote to upload it. So I was going to have it count on no vote from her, no vote from her. And then I thought you would suck up to them and go no.
I got this.
And then being the president of the show, I was going to say, well, fuck all of you. We're uploading it. And that's how the government works.
Hang on. 2 count. Do you think we should upload it? Do you love it?
You love it?
Do you love it?
You love the show?
Do you? Don't kiss me.
He wants to give kisses.
Do you love it?
He was on it.
He's kicking me off the ottoman.
Kaka, you love the show?
I guess we're not uploading the show.
Well, he still isn't. Oh, here he comes.
Okay.
Animals have a good sense of these things.
Kaka.
Sit down, 2 count.
What do you think, Cal?
Black Chris. Do you think we should upload
Black
it?
Chris. Damn.
Tell me. Do you love it? He's dead silent.
He's doing.
Oh my God,
you know
he
what?
hates it.
He's pulling a fucking Marshall. He won't vote.
Oh,
he's
won't
not
vote.
voting.
Where's Choco? Choco's a cunt. Where is she?
Well, Choco's upstairs, and you can't say that on this show. You can't do that.
All right. Well, she's a bitch.
All right,
she's
Jason.
Certainly a bitch.
Jason bleep cunt. Can't say that. we got a loose cannon over here, but it ain't that loose. We're not using the C word. German, Brazilian, whatever you are. Yeah, I say we upload it.
Wasn't one of your most popular episodes when a plumber showed up out of the blue or something?
Yes, it certainly was.
That's what we got to do. Call BJ.
Yeah, call BJ and see if he can save the show. He did call me the other day to pick up his
Every
video.
week we just get a different maintenance person. We have an electrician one week, a plumber one week, somebody that smells carpet.
An electrician here. His name is Greg.
He's actually a plumber.
No. The electrician.
Oh, that guy.
Do you watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
You know what Negan looks like?
Yeah.
8 a.m. about 3 months ago, somebody knocks on my door. I open it in the bathrobe and I see fucking Negan. And he walks in my door and he goes, "I'm here to fix the stove." And he goes in the kitchen and I said to him, "Do you watch The Walking Dead?" And he turns around and he gives me this, evil look in his eyes and goes, "Negan." And I was like, "Oh my God, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me." Turns out he looks exactly like Negan. He hates The Walking Dead. And there's a woman.
Hates it.
He hates it. And his boss in the office has like a huge thing for Negan. He's constantly hitting on him. I mean, I'm sorry, but in the wake of recent developments with sexual harassment, you might want to tone it down. But I swear to God, I woke up at 8 a.m. to Negan in my house. It was like the best thing ever. I called Chris from work to come back home so he could see Negan.
She makes him work with a barbed wire wrapped wrench.
Yeah, I was wondering why the electrician had a barbed wire ball bat with him. You know, I just noticed, maybe we won't upload the show. I just noticed I look fat and orange. I don't know. I just don't know if my fans will accept me looking like a giant pumpkin for most of the show. Well, how long have we gone? We've gone, what time is it? We haven't done an hour yet.
58. No.
We're going to try to keep these under an hour from now on. And here's my thought process on this. Let's face it, we're all pretty much in unison here that this show sucked tonight. New chemistry, you're not used to doing the alley. We're used to doing your thing.
We've done the alley with him before. Remember, we took over his show.
Well, we just took his show over and called him the alley is what we did many times.
We should redo this. We should tell Chris to shut the fuck up about wrestling.
Yeah.
Or rather politics. His views on politics are too strong.
Yeah, not like mine. Mine are very mild.
And we should, and this is my suggestion. Next episode, we have got to talk about the Tin Man with an erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, we've been meaning to talk about that for a long time now.
Yep.
Tin Man with erectile dysfunction.
What do you think, Kenny?
Oh, yeah, as long as he's got his lubricant, I guess we can talk about it. So air or not air? I hear sirens in the background. I think they just sent firemen down here to hose us down so we won't air the show. Could be. I hear the firemen are coming. It's not good. Yep. When they bust the door down with an axe to get you to stop the show, that's not good. Not good. Especially when there's no fire. That's not good. Either that or the Ohio players are in town. One of the two.
I say no air.
Oh, so you are Trump.
Yeah.
You just changed your vote minutes
well,
after
you just fucking gave me a fucking speech on why we shouldn't air it, fucker. God. I'm cussing extra much, so you won't air it. What a cunt. Here we go.
Here we go.
Fucking cocksucker.
Oh, Lord. So do you have a way to air this on YouTube, not associated with a brand, and then we come back tomorrow and try it again?
I can do that.
An episode of We Don't Have Cookies.
I'm not putting my name on it.
Save your old network. So what do we want to do with this show? Where do we want to air it?
I mean, I can just make it public on YouTube and let it go. We don't have to send it to Russo.
No, I want it on Facebook. Can you do that?
I can make it public on YouTube and then share it to Facebook.
Let's do that. Let's do that. And then we'll see what the people thought. Should we have aired it or should we not?
This is a terrible idea.
And this may be a lost episode that'll air one week when we don't feel like doing a show. We could do that. We could do that. Or I may just start the show 2 hours early, knowing there's not a chance in hell they'll be here, and see if they were the dead weight that brought the show down. Maybe Brian Lash was right. No, you should leave now. You really should.
And the next episode, Brian's going to take over. Everybody's going to admit that they were wrong. Brian was right.
I did stop fucking teenagers about 6 weeks ago. So it was hurtful. So yeah, YouTube this fucker. Do you want to come back and try it again tomorrow?
Yeah, what time sounds good?
I think fans would have liked it, to be honest with you, but I don't know. It's they love.
Well, let me stop the broadcast and we'll talk about it. Just everybody that's listening to this,
everybody,
I'm very sorry.
Everybody quit listening. Me and Jason are going to discuss whether or not we're going to air this fucking show or not. I don't know. Yeah. She's pissed. She got Brian last.
Just make up your fucking mind. You think someone's going to listen to you for 30 minutes about whether you're going to air this shit or not?
Yes, I do. Probably. Matter of fact, I know they will. My people will do anything I tell them to do. I am an evil dictator.
Okay,
they're probably going to wish it went an hour.
We went an hour. So let's.
No, I mean just this conversation.
Just conversation here. Let's say good day. Let's call it here. I say good day. Show's over. Nothing else to see here. There wasn't anything to see before. So go away. You can't see anymore.